Welcome in, everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. Welcome in to a Starlight tutorial, Canva 101. And my name is Devan. Many of you know me as Devan Starlight. I also go by Hot Dish. And today we have a very special guest who reached out, very interested in helping all of y'all build your graphics for your upcoming charity streams. I'm going to let her do a little bit more introducing of herself, but let's all give a whole bunch of waves, a whole bunch of hellos, and a whole bunch of hype to Quiltoni. But welcome in. Hi.
Thank you. Hi. So it's funny. So Hot Dish and I were chatting a few months ago about Canva and chatting about the Discord. By the way, if you're not in the Starlight Discord, go join it. It's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. And we were chatting about just, graphics and this and I was like, hey, so if I did a Canva 101, and she immediately goes, yes. Yes! Okay, guess we're doing this. So here we are. Let's do it. All right, so this is Canva. It's just canva.com, Canva. It's super easy. Basically, anytime you log in, this is your main page. And it's going to have everything you've worked on. So this is all the stuff that I've done. As you see, I've got some Starlight things, a bunch of Starlight things. I've got my business stuff on. Oh, hey, look, there's the Metal Meal Meltdown that Leshki, because Leshki's like, I don't have time to make a graphic. I'm like, got you. 5 minutes it took me to make that, and I sent it over. She said, oh, thank you. Because it's Canva, and it's really that easy. It's pretty cool. So it is, let's take a look at this one right here. So this is actually what I posted today on my social medias of the advertisement. And I wanted to start here first because I want to put it out there. If you have something in Canva, if you want to do something, you've got it, and you're like, I'm not too sure if this is great. You know what? Let's take a look at it live and have the internets look at this all together. You can share it. So in the upper right-hand corner, so if you already have something in Canva, if you want us to look at it and play with it, upper right-hand corner, you have a little share button all the way up here. And if you click on that share button, you can see this little drop down. And link sharing restricted. If you click on this, make sure you change it to anyone with the link can look at this. And then and then you can say, can they edit? Can they comment? Can they view? Yep, anyone with the link can edit it. Copy that link and then send it over. If we go right here, there's a couple of things that you can do. The biggest thing that I love about Canva is this right here. These are you may want to try. So this is like, hey, do you want to make your own logo? So you can do that for your streams. Do you need a banner, a flyer, an Instagram post, Facebook post? Let's say if we're doing an Instagram. So if we just type in Instagram in the drop down here, okay, well, do we want to make a post? Do we want a portrait? Do we want the square? Now you notice how it gives us two different sizes. So it automatically tells you the pixels of the size. You can also do the Instagram video, Instagram live. There are actual templates for Instagram lives. It's so cool.
Wow.
This is the biggest thing that I struggle with whenever you're trying to do all the different social medias, because we know the Instagram banner, the Facebook banner, Twitter banner, they're all different sizes. I don't know what the sizes are. I used to have to go and look them up. Canva tells you what they are. So if we take a look at Facebook, well, do we want an ad? Do we want marketing? Do we want a live? Do we want a cover? Let's say banner. Facebook banner. Great. So, oh, hey, these are the suggested things. A fall Facebook banner. That means if someone types in Facebook banner, people are saying fall. You know what? Let's look at that. Let's see what they got. And here's all of our different options. So it's saying that we can take a look at these for the different Facebook things. Oh, Facebook cover. That's what I want. I want the thing at the top. So right there, here's all of our Facebook covers, and we can look at that. So now if we want to, let's go back to the home because I want to take a look at the Starlight assets. And I had, oh, there it is. So these are the Starlight assets. You can actually get them in the Discord. Devan does an amazing job of making sure these are all updated and giving us new ones. And I love them, by the way, Devan. You outdo yourself every single campaign. I've got this graphic, but how do I know how big to make it? Because it's got all of these things. What do I pick? I don't know what to do with this. What I do the cheating method. So this is why the flyer is right there, the 8.5 by 11. I click on flyer, and here's my blank flyer. So then I come over here to uploads. So all these, and let me talk about these over here really quickly. So you have your elements. These are your cool little things. So your little graphic things that pop out. And you can actually click through and look at these. And if you're like, oh, hey, I like this sticker. There you go. The sticker's right there. And he's super cute. You also have uploads. So these are all the things that I've uploaded lately into my Canva. So you've got all these uploads in here. Your text, of course, you can write your text. Now you notice that's the first time that we see these little crowns. These little crowns are the pro versions. Canva's absolutely free. Everything I've done so far, absolutely free. There are pro versions because as we know, businesses need to make money. So what they do is they say, and Devan's in the background nodding her head, and you can't see it. She's like, yeah. So it is that businesses do have to make money somehow, but everything is free. But then they have upgrades of the, do you want these special cool things that we take a lot of our time and efforts to create? You gotta pay for these. And I actually looked it up. It is $20 a month for the pro. I've got pro. Because I use this not only for my charity streaming, but for my business, for all my social media, for my Twitch streaming. I use it for everything. So I pay for the pro. And you pay for it by the year. So it's $119.99 for the whole year. So
and it's
if
a
you're
tax
thinking,
write-off.
It is, because if you're a Twitch streamer and charity fundraiser, it's a tax write-off. It's great. So it's, I'm not saying you have to get it, but I'm going to show you some of the free things versus the pro things, just so you can see some of the differences. And then projects. I haven't used this a lot. I don't really know what it is. I just tend to stick to a lot of the basic stuff. Now styles is super cool, and I'll show you the styles once we get into there. Background is also super cool. You can actually play with different backgrounds if you want something else on there. It's right.
That's really cool.
Devan's face got really big. Like, oh, wait, that's it. Yeah, you can actually sit. Oh, hey, let's play with this. Hold on. Let's do the background, and we can go to styles. Okay, ready for this? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not going to do that one.
Oh.
Never mind, because it's the background. But you can. Ooh, you know what? Let's do this and styles. There we go. You can literally change the colors of your styles, and it changes your fonts. It changes everything. Now, let's say I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. I want to use the original. You can do the back button right here, and it undoes everything, and it takes you back. Oh, wait, that was something else I did. I went back too far.
Too far, too much.
Too far. Okay, so you get the background. Now, this, you can add gifs into your Canva designs. So if you post it on social media, you can include GIFs. Now you can also upload GIFs into this little upload area. It's super, super cool. And then of course, here's the logo. So this is the brand. These are my logos. I've got my lovely Q logo uploaded. And then of course my Quiltoni. So this is where you actually upload any logos. And so as you're working on things, you can actually bring those logos in and drop them in.
Oh, wow.
It's automatically into there. And that's free. The logo part is it's part of the free package. If you do a brand, and I'll show you that in a bit, the brand that you can create, that is part of the pro. That's part of the paid package. That you can actually import your own fonts, your own, like all sorts of cool things. All right, so I said that we were going to take a look at this for the cheating method of Starlight. So I've got this right here. So all I did is I uploaded it. I clicked my upload file, and then I popped it in. So I actually uploaded it earlier today, and I took this and I uploaded it in, and then it appears right here. So any uploads you have, whether it is they take PNGs, JPEGs, GIFs, all sorts of things you can upload into it. So we've got this in here. So I need to know the size of it, because this is not something that you can crop, but you can crop this, but you can't crop the canvas. So it's not like in Photoshop, because remember, this is easy. This is easy imaging. So you can't be like, I'm gonna crop this down, because they're like, no, you said you wanted the flyer. This is your size. You can't mess with it. This is how it is. So we're gonna figure out what size do we want. So I'm gonna bring this all the way upper left-hand corner, and I'm gonna take this little arrow and I'm gonna drag it down. Now you notice in the bottom right-hand corner, it's giving me numbers. So that is 8.5 height by 4.8 wide. Okay, so if I come back to my main thing and click create a design, custom size. Let's go inches. What did we say that was? 8.5 by 4.8. By 4.8. Create. And we've got a new design, and I'm going to go to my uploads. All right, so we're going to pop this in here, and then now whenever I make this big, it should, look at that. That's perfect. And I've got it in there. And it's the size that we want.
So fun fact also, any graphics like this, we will always size to 1920 by 1080 every time. Okay. But this is a good cheating method for if you don't have, you have a weird file.
Yeah, well, because you can use it for other things as well. Like if you have cool pictures or things, or it's always good to know the cheating methods. So, you know, to understand, I am a big proponent of understanding the whys and not just the hows, because then you know it better. So, okay, so we've got this. So now let's play with this. So you can go through here and you can do your text. Now, let's say if you're like, I really want to match this text right here. Well, they have the text right here in the little thing. So Starlight actually gives you all of the text. So with this, they actually give you all the fonts, and it's super, super cool. So if you right click on the font and download the font, but you can download these fonts. Now, if you have Pro, because remember I said, you know, there's different things. If you have Pro, whenever you first have to add a heading or subheading or whatever, and let's move, oh, wait, it's gonna go away there. So let's change the color. Let's make the color the same color as this background. And right here, you can do that. And there's the same color. So the nice thing about Canva, when you're looking at colors, so right here, I clicked on the text color. You have these right here. Now, remember what I said about the brand colors? These are my brand colors, and it always will appear because I have Pro, and I put in, these are the colors I use for a lot of my graphics. This is my red, this is my blue, you know, this is what I want to use. So I don't have to go looking up what those colors are. Now, if you want to know the brand colors, if you want to be like, okay, well, you know what? No, I want this Starlight Yellow. I want it the official Starlight Yellow. Well, if we go back here to our Dropbox that Starlight has given us, and we go all the way back out here, there's a thing right here called Color Palette. And right there, you've got that number, the FFDD00. So I bet Devan's got that number memorized. FFDD00. Oh, look at that. there's the yellow. And I've got that in there. So if I wanted to make this incentive number 1, and it would help if I spelled that correctly. There we go. And then there's the brand colors. So, or let's say if I want this, but I want to edit this. Oh, it's not going to make me do that. That's right, because it's not Photoshop. I can't change the color. Never mind. No, you can edit things if they're part of Canva. So if you actually have part of the elements, so let's say if I wanted to put a star in there. So let's look at the star. Okay, we've got this star. Great, I love this star. It's a fantastic star. But I want to change this to the yellow right there. It's now in my recents, or I can type in FFDD00 and it's in there. And you can do that. If you want to, I'm just going to play around with something. Let's go holiday and see what pops up. Oh, snowflake. There we go. We got snowflake. There's a cool snowflake. Edit image. It's now Starlight Yellow. It's all in there. It FFDD00. But yeah, no, and they always, yeah, and like Devan said, they provide the color palette. So that is the color palette of this. Everyone know what FFFFFFF is? It's white. It's the white. But it's really cool, and you can actually go through and do those things. Now, I was talking to someone in the Starlight Discord. FFDD00 spells Starlight. I love that. So I was talking to someone in Discord about their graphics matching their incentives and milestones using this graphics. And you can't, with Canva, it's not Photoshop. I can't go through and edit little parts of this. It's basically meant for people like me. I'm not literate at all with graphic things. So it's very easy. So if you want to like get super detailed and in there and do that, it's better to do it on your own graphics. So let's go back here and say, let me close that one down. These graphics right here. So let me go through and, let's delete that. And let's say if this was that. And that was there. So let's say I started with this. Nice, in your face, horrible red, because remember, those are my brands. The red and blue of my logo. And that's what I went with. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And it's like, oh, wait, but those are my incentives and milestones. I should probably match these. So I've been working on this. I've got the photo colors in here, but that's not part of the brand. I don't know the numbers. How am I going to take this here, that's this number right there, and move it over to here? Well, if you hover over the photo colors, it tells you. It's 222538. So if I go here, and in the background, I type in 222538. Thank you. 222. Yep. Okay. 8. I can't remember things. 538. There we go. From your search. There you go. And now this blue right here matches this blue right here. And it's part of, yes, I know you got the first try. And it's part, and now we'll match between the two. And you don't have to do this with just the Starlight stuff. If you do this for your regular Twitch streaming, a charity fundraising, business, whatever, it's just all the cool little, and anyone can do it. It's easy. All right, so what Jaina was talking about earlier in chat with the resize. Let's say if you're like, oh, I love this. This is great. But I really want to resize this so I can bring it down to an Instagram post. How do I do that? I want to make it that perfect Instagram square. Great. If you see this little crown right here, that's a pro. So if I click on the resize, I can be like, okay, I want to I want to do it to here. Or if I show more, I can go down here, Instagram post. I'm gonna click on Instagram post, copy and resize. By copying and resizing, it's basically bringing up another window. Now you notice how, oh, yeah, it didn't take the whole thing and resize it. Because remember, this was our photo. So if we take this out, and then we go to uploads, and then I put that in there, now I can resize it. And I'll go, okay, I want this. Great, and now I can move my incentives over. Because remember, the incentives, everything else you've created, have resized. So anything that you've done through here, so all your incentives, your milestones, they automatically resize. You just have to plug them back in. And now you've got all this cool area here. Oh, hey, let me fill this in with, oh, not black, color photos. There we go, with the background. And now I can take this and bring it down and then do that. And then we can add some cool things to match them in order to create a cool Instagram post. And it's just a drag and drop and cool thing. So remember, the resize is if you do decide to go pro for that. Your brand stuff. So I talked about the brand things. I talked about uploading your fonts. So if you do a brand thing, so if you do a brand thing, you can do your uploaded fonts. So here you see I've actually uploaded the Gray Cliff, which is part of the Starlight fonts that you can upload. Let's say if you want to upload that font right here. So I haven't uploaded the Gray Cliff. Oh, I did upload the medium. Did I do the oblique? No, I didn't do the oblique. Okay, so let's upload the oblique. So I want to upload that. And now it says, do you have the rights to upload this font? Yes. With Starlight, they are giving you permission. They've given you the fonts. They've paid the rights for them. You can use them and upload them. So then when you upload it, now I see it right here. So I can use that font in all of the things that I do with Starlight if I want. Now, of course, these others, the KB and the cross sew, these are ones I use with my own branding of my business. There you go. There's a GIF.
And then when you save this, and you want, how do you pick and select that you want to save it as a .gif file and then add that to OBS?
So first thing, upper right-hand corner, you see this little play, 5.3 seconds. This tells you how long your GIF is. So so you know, so if you're like, ooh, I have to make this longer, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. When you click share, you can then download this. So first off, you can share this on your social media right away. So I have all of these social medias linked to my Canva, and I can take this and push this out. If I push this out to my Twitter, in fact, you know what? Let's do that. This is a test for the Canva stream. Everyone, give me your favorite GIFs. And publish now. If you go to my Twitter /Quiltoni, it will appear once that happens. So if I check out my post, there it is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. But you see how I popped up because I said, oh no, I want to bring this in. And then I dropped the GIF in and I forgot that I did that. So it popped up and made an effect. You totally put that in 4 times. All right, so now you can share it right to your social media. Now, let's say if you want to download it, you can hit download. And how do you want to download this? This is telling me my suggested thing is an MP4 video. It's hard to see under the little Starlight logo, but this says my suggested is an MP4 video. If you're like, nope, I don't want that. I want a JPEG. Well, then it's not going to be animated. It's going to be a single little JPEG. I go like, I'm going to be a PDF. I want a PDF of this to print on posters and put everywhere. You can do that. But it's saying I really think this should be an MP4. Again, people like me that are not graphic design people, that we are like, yay, we get to figure this out. But that's how you do the gifts. And if I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want this. This is in the way of all of my incentives and milestones. You can hit the trash button and delete it. Or if you're like, wait, no, I didn't mean to delete that. Bring me back the cat. You can hit the back and it brings it back. So yeah, so it goes back and forth and does that. So yeah, it's really easy. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to let's download this as an MP4 video. So here's what I downloaded. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my OBS. And all right, ready for Streamception? I'm gonna drag OBS in. There we go. Woo! Streamception! All right, so I'm gonna drag this in, and then I'm going to add my image, browse, download.
You would want to add a media file.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you. I stream.
It's our first day. We've never.
We're learning. We're learning. Yeah. All right, media source, right? Yes. I go through every single one and I click on them until I find the right one normally whenever I add things in because I can never remember what I want. Local file. There we go. Add a heading. And okay. Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's there. It's got it. Yeah.
Oh, and before we put this away, can you open up the properties of that one more time?
Oh, yes.
And then the loop button is important.
Oh, yes. That's true. That's true. I want it looped to constantly, yes, to give that to me over and over and yes. Yeah. Not just on when I go back and forth to the main and then it appears for the first time. Yeah. You gotta loop the cat. This is the GIF that my mods give me whenever they need to get my attention of the, excuse me, Tony, what are you doing? And basically this is it. You drop in your incentives. So let's actually play with this. So if you have anything in Canva, let's say if you've prepared anything, and if you want, oh yes, you have to click the loop if you don't want it to disappear. All right, so elements, let's put some text in there. I want my text to be this. I have done so many colors lately. It's just like, excuse me.
Lots
text.
of yellow.
And where's my photo colors? From your search. Oh, because I still have an FFDDOO in there. I'm like, where's my photo colors? I have to hit this X button to close that down. All right, so there's my photo colors. And let's bring this over here. And I'm going to resize this. Now, if we want, we got to put that right there. Okay, so we're going to say incentive number 1. Okay, so I got my incentive 1 in there. Now, if I want incentive 2, I can just take this little button right here is a duplicate button.
Oh.
Now, you notice these little lines. So just like with Photoshop and other things, it gives you the lines for lining it up. And we're going to change this to number 2. And then I'm going to, right there is centered. And that's centered to incentive 1. And you can just keep on going down. You can go to the left and the center, anything that you want.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty darn cool whenever you look at the stuff. All right, so let's put this in here. Oh, how did I do that? Oh, okay, so let's say if I want to move more than one thing. If we're like, wait, no, these are not incentives. I'm trying to center this again. There. I'm like, if I want to move these to milestones, if you click on it, hold the shift button down, you can then select multiple things. and then move multiple things around. Now remember, this background here, I can't move this and I can't move this. Okay, well, what I did right here is I double clicked on it to look at it. And then you can double click to go back. So you can't move this because this is our graphic that we have as our background. Okay, and we're moving this because it's nice there. Now, let's say if you're figuring out your order of your layers, that's what the position is. So if you know anything about Photoshop or other harder things to figure out graphics, they call them layers. They call this position. Do you want the top position? Do you want the, how do you want it positioned within your graphic? So I can actually take this and say, you know what? I want this. I want to, oh, that's on the bottom apparently. Position, there we go, top. So it's aligned to the page. Middle, bottom, you can actually have that. If we have these on top of each other, if I want to bring this towards the back, forward, there we go. So you can go forward or back for which one is in the foreground, which is in the background. And that's important if you're looking at different graphics whenever you're laying them down. Wait, that's 2, that's 1. I'm just like playing around now. I'm just moving things around. But Canva is pretty easy to figure out and play with things. It's the biggest thing that I find that people have issues with sometimes when they're first getting started is getting things laid out so it's centered. And that's why I wanted to point the little thing of, okay, yes, we got to have it centered.
Can you rotate? So you're kind of resizing all of like the little icons, like the little gown icon there. Can you rotate it at all, like tilt it?
I can. So if you actually right here, you can flip it. Do you want to go horizontal? Ooh. Do you want to go vertical? I can edit the image with brightness. So you see how I made it nice and bright. There's some contrast. There's some saturation. Oh, wait, I don't want to do that. I want it blue. So let's go back to the blue. You can play with all sorts of cool things on this. You have a face retouch and autofocus, frames. There's all sorts of cool things. But you can bring this down. Now, you can't bring it... Oh, there we go. There's you bringing it in. So you can edit it like this. So you can bring that in. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can't change the color. So because this is something that I uploaded, it's my thing. I can't change colors on it, but you can change colors on the Canva stock images.
I do want to say thank you again, Quiltoni, so much for volunteering your time tonight and just like teaching us so many amazing things and just giving us all of your wisdom and knowledge. We are for sure going to be saving this. Both Quiltoni and I have made recordings of this. The VOD will be on the Starlight channel. Q is going to do some editing for her own YouTube channel. We'll throw out some links in the chat here in a hot second. But folks, as always, Q and myself are always very active in the Discord. So if you need anything, feel free. Please, please, please reach out, ping. If you need help or you need ideas or suggestions, or maybe you learned something tonight and then you forgot it and you can't remember what it is, please just ask. Just ask. We're super friendly. Goodbye, everybody. Have a lovely evening. We'll see you around on the internet. Again, throw Q a follow. There's so many incredible broadcasters here. Have a great evening. We'll see you on the other side. Bye, y'all.